Hello class, Mr. Stone here. The problem I found today, I'm continuing on my square roots, okay? This is use the square root estimation skills and fill in the blanks, okay? This is just, you want to come close, okay? You're not going to solve what the square root of the number is, but you're going to have a pretty close guess, okay? And what I put above is my list of perfect squares. And these are things you should actually learn, almost just like you learn the multiplication table. Learn these square roots because you're going to be called upon them to use all the time. They put an example on the first one. They wrote the square root of 110. Now, that's not a perfect square, but you know 10 times 10 is 100, and 11 times 11 is 121. So the 110 falls in between, okay? And if you had to make a real good guess, you'd say, wow, this almost falls perfectly in between. So maybe the answer is closer to 10.5. So you're guessing and you're coming pretty close, okay? So let's work on a few of these, okay? And we'll just use the chart above and we'll just fill in the blanks. So the square root of 12, okay? So let's look above, okay? I'm going to say you haven't memorized these yet, but we can look above, okay? Now the square root of 12, you can see the square root of 9 is below it, and the square root of 16, I'm right up here, guys. Okay, right up in here. The square root of 16 is too high, but we're in between it. Okay, so what I'd write here is the square root of 9 and the square root of 16. Okay, so I'm dead set in the middle. Okay, I think what they actually wrote the 10 and the 11 down. So I'm not going to write this. Let me just change this a little, okay? So we're going to erase this. We're going to go back to our pen, okay? What they're writing is between 3 and 4, okay? That's what they're writing, okay? I misunderstood what they were writing, but I can see it now, okay? So now the square root of 50, it's between which ones? We look up there, 7, okay, it's 49, so it's greater than that, okay? And it's going to be less than 8. We're going to be in between them. Okay, now we're getting to bigger numbers, okay? Now, 666 is between, okay, we can already see 25 is 625. So I'm going to write it's between 25. And now what I did is I just took my calculator out, okay? And I did 26 times 26. 26 times 26 equals 676. So it's less than that. So it's 26. So it's in between the 25 and the 26. Hey, this is easy, okay? And hey, you can score good points in this, okay? Now, what's the next one? Square root of 190, we look up above, okay? It's going to be between 13 and 14. What I'd do if this was a test and I was taking it, I'd probably almost write down these perfect squares, okay? I'd write them down. Real quick, I'd just go, 4 is 2 and 9 is 3. And I just list down the whole list real fast, okay? So I'm now looking at it to pull it out for these, okay? So the square root of 170, okay, it's going to be in between. We got 13 again, okay? 13 and 14. So this is almost falling in the same place. The other one fell. Make that a better 3, okay? And that was all there was to it. So this is relatively easy to fill in these blanks for this. And really, hey, you score some points real fast, okay? But I'd almost write down these perfect squares, on your scratch piece of paper beside you so you can look back, okay? You might even use those as a memory dump, okay? If you don't have them really geared into your memory, okay? This can be part of your memory dump at the beginning of the exam, okay? Write down the perfect squares, okay? And you can use your calculator to do 14 times 14 is 196. You know what I mean? And you can come up with these, okay? If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. The more subscriptions I get, the more students that will see this. And truthfully, they're going to see things like this on exams, okay? And they can score some quick points and say, hey, I can remember how Mr. Stone did this, and it was really easy, okay? And maybe they will learn the list of perfect squares, okay? And they'll be better students and get better grades, and that's what it's all about. Thank you very much. Have a good one. Bye-bye.